Folks, today I want to talk about the best firepower for your money. Now, according to FBI, the background checks for firearm purchases are going through the roof. In April alone, check this out, more than 2.91 million Americans bought guns. That's almost 25% higher than a year before. You think that's high? In March, the number of guns sold was a whopping 3.74 million. And I'm going to make an educated guess and predict that the number for June will be the highest we've seen in years and possibly decades, especially in light of the George Floyd event and the protests and riots that are taking this country by storm right now. Equally as important is the deflation we're experiencing in the economy right now. Usually, tensions and emotions run very high during these periods, and firearms sales tend to increase dramatically. Matter of fact, as reported by USA Today just a few days ago, people still hold the Asian community largely responsible for COVID-19, and racially motivated violence is still not going away anytime soon, especially with the violence exploding all over the country and police having difficult time controlling them. Most importantly is the unemployment statistic. Folks, we're currently sitting at 40 million Americans who are without a job. Historically, when unemployment levels increase, gun sales explode higher, and sometimes for several quarters straight. Lastly, statistically, there's an increase in gun sales leading up to the election. Come November 2020, the country will face even more uncertainty, something that's pushed gun sales through the roof. Now, it's no surprise that large majority of stocks in the sector are making 90-day and one-year highs. I'm seeing more upside ahead. Let's talk names specifically. The first company on my list is Sturm Ruger, RGR ticker symbol. Ruger is one of the nation's largest and leading manufacturers of rugged, reliable firearms for commercial sporting market. Shares have gained over 45% in the past year. The CEO, Christopher Killoy, said the company saw a 37% spike in sales from distribution to retailers in the first quarter compared with a year ago. The gunmaker first quarter net income is $15.3 million, which amounts to 87 cents a share, compared with net income of $13 million or 74 cents a year ago. Revenue, $123.6 million, up from $114 million a year ago quarter. The price of the stock is at a 4-year price high, and based on the current social health and geopolitical issues, there's a very high chance that gun sales will continue to rally for the foreseeable future, or at least till economy picks up again. And that's not expected for at least a few quarters. The next stock on my list is Exon Enterprise, ticker symbol AAXN. The company develops tasers, that's right, tasers, which are fire non-lethal projectiles at assailants, temporarily debilitating them via electric shocks. The taser may be a viable option for those who want to protect themselves and their property, but are not ready to take someone's life in the process. In recent years, this type of defense weapon has increased in popularity, and the stock has growth as a result. The 3-year return for shares is 268%. 5-year revenue growth over 200%. The stock has a high price target of $102 per share in the near term and had earnings surprise of 163% last quarter, which is significant. Most importantly, I'm seeing this momentum continuing into the next few quarters as the economy suffers and unemployment numbers increase at dramatic rates. Many people are going to become desperate, and that's a perfect recipe for violence. Law enforcement is turning towards tasers and away from firepower more and more each year. I'm expecting Exon to sign contracts with local governments and municipalities to provide tasers for police and government, especially in light of the negative publicity police officers are getting for wrongfully violating victims' rights. The stock is currently trading at an all-time price high, and I'm expecting more accumulation due to strong unemployment, racial motivated tension, and uncertainty in regards to COVID-19 in the next several months. Folks, if you're one of the millions of Americans who lost their job or income due to the pandemic, you'll be extremely happy to hear this. There's a brand new way for you to make ends meet. Lance Ippolito has discovered a market defect that gives the average Joe an opportunity to score enormous paydays like $1,980, $3,750, or even $4,946 every 7 days. That's right, every 7 days. It's amazing. It's perfect. I mean, perfect for times like where a steady paycheck is hard to come by, like right now. Click the button below to learn how you can build this continuous flow of reliable income. Do it now for yourself and your family.